Hey, what up, everybody out there? This is Duran here again. I got another one off the cuff. Here we are looking forward to Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl 56 is going to be airing this Sunday, February 13th, 2022. A lot of people like to watch the game or they like to watch the Puppy Bowl. Some even like to watch the commercials, and some just tune in for the halftime show. But let's talk about what's taking place in this year's halftime show. It's going to be very hip hop themed. You're going to have Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. They're all going to be on the stage performing in California, LA. And as we go through this article, we can see here that it says they have released a total of 22 number one Billboard albums, and they have won 44 combined Grammy Awards. They just put the blue highlighter all over the top of that. I guess they want us to see that. The 2-2, the 4-4, that's what I see. You add them up. What does that look like? Interesting. There's lots that can be taken away from the Super Bowl because obviously the controllers, the powers that be, big media, big sports, gaming and whatnot, they know that there's a lot at stake, a lot of profitability margins that can be seized. All of the eyes around the world will be locked in on this event. And, it's the perfect opportunity to cast spells, because there are, dark, evil powers at work in this world. And people that are not privy to the spiritual warfare elements that take place in this lifetime, they could be susceptible to those dark powers, the demonic energy that's involved in many of these events. Oftentimes, I think I remember reading, some of the Twitter feeds from some of the previous halftime shows, where mothers had to cover their daughters' and sons' eyes because they were watching, Shakira and J-Lo, twerking and stuff. So, but this one's going to be hip hop themed, and we'll see what they do with this one. There could be lots of significance in it, whether it's in, the parody of songs that they will perform. Maybe there will be a combined collaboration that will intermingle all of their, messages of what they've done for, their stardom and notoriety. Also, we're going to want to take a look at some of the dancers, some of the backgrounds, the backdrops, lighting, pyro. I remember a Lady Gaga performance at a halftime show that involved the sponsorship of Pepsi, and they used drones to fly around in an orchestrated dance in the sky. They had the red and blue for the logo dancing around up there. Very interesting detail. So don't overlook those details because they may actually be, televising in advance the capabilities, the technology, the powers that could be used in the private, enforcement or law enforcement or military grade, types of capabilities that would take place, in a future event where they would feel the need to employ them. So never overlook those details. Moving on, we like I said, we got all of these big names that's going to be mentioned in here. Like I said, all hip hop. And then you can see some of the past halftime shows like J-Lo and Shakira, as I mentioned earlier, all tatted up. Adam Levine from Maroon 5, Timberlake coming back after the wardrobe incident from, however many years earlier, and so on and so forth. So there's lots to take in for this. Now, before there was even the stage set for the Super Bowl, I was interested in knowing what the zodiac year was going to be because, here in America, we just typically, flip our calendars on January 1st, crack a bottle of champagne and watch the ball drop in Times Square. But, in other parts of the world, the new year gets celebrated at a different time. So the Chinese New Year, let me see, here we go. Yeah, the Chinese New Year took place later on, and it's actually the year of the tiger. I was interested in knowing this. Why? Because, it's the zodiac revolving calendar that they follow. And there's like a spirit force behind the animal qualities that's defined, the ox and, the rat and things of that sort. So I don't gloss over these things too lightly because they will find opportunities to integrate these elements of the zodiac calendar into our, mainstream culture. So I thought it was interesting. God honest truth, I took a look at this before, the stage was set. Why do I think it's significant? Well, because it's the year of the tiger. Take a look at this. You got even this little kid dressed up like a little tiger. What's a tiger remind you of? Maybe a Bengal? Yeah, that's kind of tiger-like. So here we are. We're going to have a Super Bowl event 56 that's going to showcase the talents and the skills of the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is going to be, I believe, their third trip to the big dance because they lost twice before to the 49ers, as you can see here. Yep, they lost to the 49ers. The great Joe Montana put them away back in 82 and 89. And they don't have any titles in Cincinnati. So it's interesting that they get to make it all the way and play for this title. Another thing that's interesting is that they are facing the Rams. The Rams will actually be in their second Super Bowl appearance here in the last 5 years. Their coach, he's a young upstart, and many say he's got great hair. I don't know, but that's your opinion. He's going to be bringing the likes of Matthew Stafford, recently removed from the Detroit Lions, and he's got his chance to get a Super Bowl ring. playing for a talented veteran squad like the Los Angeles Rams. Now, if we step back in time, the last time that the Rams were in the Super Bowl, they faced off against terrific Tom Brady. And he was still playing with the Patriots at that point. So, there's a lot of symbolism, things that you can take away of the storytelling of these games besides what takes place on the field itself, because it was symbolic that the Patriots prevailed after sacrificing a ram. You know, one of the things that the enemy does is forms of mockery. He tries to mock the Most High God, and he will take, scripture and the stories of it, and he'll twist it and he'll tell it his type of way where, he kind of just pokes fun at it. But when you look at it, think about it. During that period of time, 5 years ago, we had a different president in office, and he was trying to make America great again. The great patriots were, coming forth and trying to restore the prestige of this nation by being patriotic, by putting America first. They tied up and sacrificed a ram, much like the story of Abraham when he was prepared to sacrifice his son Isaac. But before an angel of the Lord stopped him in the act, God used that as a test to test Abraham's faithfulness, and he became the father of our faith in a large way. But then, of course, instead of having the young boy Isaac on the altar, a ram was stuck in the thistles over in the branches, and that became the sacrifice that made it to the altar. So that's something to be said there. There's always an undertone, an underlayer to the stories that we see, the stories that we've been told, and to those that follow the numbers, the occult, masonry, things of that sort, Luciferianism, they do this all in plain sight, and they snuff it in the face of those that are not illuminated like they are to the secret knowledge. So that's why they do it. But nonetheless, there's going to be a lot of people tuning in to watch this year. And I think I will just catch the highlights after it airs live. So God bless you. Thank you for listening. I hope to do maybe another one of these to recap after things after they've taken place. I don't want to do it right now, but let me just see if oh, here it is. Yeah. Amazingly to me, they've already aired this commercial, or they released it anyways. This is going to be a Super Bowl commercial that will air during the game from General Motors. And they are going to use the parody character of Austin Powers guy and Dr. Evil, because it's a play on words. They're going to be building EVs.
Sorry, am I no longer Dr. Evil? I'm Dr. Good now. I didn't. Ow!
You must help save the world first.
Then you can take over that world. Okay, Frau, how about you?
Interesting there. Save the world first, and then you can take over the world. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be comedy. But don't they, do a lot of things in subtlety? They like to actually express their intentions in such a nonchalant way that you gloss over it, but they actually have expressed their evil intentions. Evil. Save the world first, and then you can take over the world. Kind of reminds me of something that we've been going through the past 2 years. They offered us a cure, and now they are using that to seemingly make the whole world submit. Interesting. I'm going to just park it right there. Thank you for listening. Please tune in again. And this is Duran Off the Cuff signing out. Peace.